welcome. My name is Trish. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to run through a couple of things today, some updates on some cards, and just let you know where I'm up to. A little late with this video. I normally like to get these out on a Monday to let you know what's happening for the week ahead. I did have a couple of headaches this week, so I have been put behind by a couple of days. So let's get on to what's happening. The Neptune Moon deck has arrived in. It's been with the members for a few days, and it will be going up today or tomorrow with the rest of the website. It's a limited edition. There is only a handful of decks for this one. Now, this is not suitable for everybody. This is not a deck that you'll use to read world events. It's not a deck that you'll use to read government or predictions or anything like that. So, and some people may even struggle to read this as a one-on-one client deck. It is a very, it's not my normal style of intuitive reading with the words that Spirit might want to bring through for putting together into stories. It's more like fancy titles here with meanings. So it does have a guidebook. The guidebook is on the website, so you can have a look through to see if it's something that you might be interested in, but it's a very limited edition. And every now and then I do release a limited edition. Last year I released the Sugar Coated Oracle. That was a small print run limited edition deck. So it may come back one day, just like this may come back one day maybe next year, but for now it's just a limited edition. There's only a handful of these available, and I really would like it to go out to the people that are going to get the best benefit out of this deck. So this deck is your cosmic kind of questions. It's all about the deep questions, you know, reincarnation and the woo-woo stuff and what we're here for and what's going on in the other realms, spiritual warfare, all of that kind of stuff. So really exciting, deep questions, but it's not for everybody. So just want to be clear that the right people are getting the right deck. So I really would like it to go to the people that are going to make the best use of this deck. So it is a 100 card deck, so it's one of the big ones, so it's more expensive because it's got so many cards in it. Gold lined, of course, super quality, always the best quality. We've got a yes and a no in this deck as well. Really beautiful quality, just like all of the decks are. So some, really powerful cards. Now, this is one of my most powerful decks. I use it on my Cosmic Trish channel. If you haven't already checked that one out, check that deck out, that channel out, which is Cosmic Trish Tarot and Astrology. I will put the link in the description down the bottom. So if you want to see how these read, you can have a look at that before you decide. But it is, this video will go up first, just so to let people know it's coming, and then I will make the few copies available on the website. But yeah, want to just make sure it's going to the right people, and it's a limited edition. So, and it is almost sold out. It's been with the members for a few days, and then a few copies are going to go over to the website for everybody else, just to make sure everybody's getting it. But that is the perk of having membership. Every now and then I will release a deck that will not be for everybody. It'll be like a limited edition deck, and it will come up maybe once a year. I will run a small print number of that, and that's really just for, diehard Oracle obsession people like myself, but it's also for the people I would like it to go to, the people that are going to use it in the best way, because it is a very powerful deck. So check out my Cosmic Trish channel, because that will show you how it reads and how many times it blows me away in the way that it answers. So that one's coming. PDF for that one has been done. It's up ready to download with the deck when you purchase the deck. The next PDF that I'm working on is the Connections Oracle. That one is almost done. I'm hoping to have that one up by the end of the week. Collaborations, I've got a few coming up. I've got Marina Heart-Centered Tarot, my time on Sunday the 10th. I do have one organised with Jen from Divine Pathways for She's a true crime reader like myself, but we're also going to be delving into some Hollywood mysteries using the Stardust Tarot. So we will be looking at things like Prince, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, those kind of things, and eventually, and we might get together again and do some true crime stuff. So if there's any kind of true crime you'd like us to read together, drop a comment into this video so we can do that as our next collaboration. But I've got to send a link to Jen, but I'm so sorry, Jen. I've been down for a couple of days this week. So hopefully I can get onto that today and get that organised to get our collaboration booked in. And I'm also in talks with Linda G again for another collaboration on her channel. So some exciting collaborations coming up over the month of August. Also, there'll be a couple of live videos as well. Now, there's 2 people that did super chats in my last live, and I completely burned out in that. I cut that one so short at the end because I was just completely exhausted. And the live that I done the fortnight before, I ended up with a migraine for 2 days because I just completely depleted myself. My energy levels are completely depleted. I am working on some ways to build that because it's been a while since I've done the lives where it's just, you know, your energy goes out to so many different kind of situations and problems. So and I'm an empath, so I do feel sometimes what people are going through. So you're really putting yourself out there into all kinds of different energy, and I've forgotten how it affects you. So I did cut short with the last one. As soon as I realized I was getting depleted, I cut it straight away. So I didn't end up with a migraine, but I did have a headache for 2 days, just a normal headache. That's normal for me. I am anemic, so I do get regular headaches. So I think that's all. Working hard on the Connections Oracle PDF. So that's hoping to be the next one that goes up in a few days, within a week, definitely. So that one will be available. And then the next one after that is going to be the Signature Oracle. It's going to have its PDF available. I am working through all of the decks, so they all have PDFs. I don't personally use them, but when I'm working through them, it's like, yeah, there's some really interesting stuff in there. Like, you can take your readings just to a deeper level. I do always encourage intuitive reading, so you pull the cards out and what story do they tell to you. So it's about increasing your intuition. How do you read that? It's not about my interpretation. It's not about the guidebook being what I think it means. It's about what you think it means. So you always put your intuition above any PDF, again, above any guidebook, against any word that's on a card. Put your intuition first always, because your intuition is your raw message. So you always want to, and the cards, I always say when the cards come out, I always give the raw message for the word that's on the card, because that's spirit talking too. That's a way of communicating. So that's the word they're saying. But anything else, guidebook interpretations, they're secondary to the word on the card and your intuition. So I hope that gives you a bit of clarity there with that. Readings for this week coming up, I've done the prediction reading for August. It felt a little flat to me. Almost feel like I want to do it again just to get something a little bit more perky and exciting in there. But I did do the natural disaster reading the week prior, which does align for energies coming up from when I did it through to September, and that was pretty intense, and it's already started happening. Had the energy of the push and pull with the earthquakes and seismic activity and tidal waves, I called it, which is tsunami warnings, which we're right in it right at the moment. And I did that a week ago, that reading, over a week ago now. I did it 8 days ago, that reading. So that it's already started happening. Still to come though, coming up is volcano activity that came up in both readings, and the August reading, and I think it came up in the natural disasters reading. I did get it in the reading, the 2025, what's happening. I did get that there was some intensity coming up in August around natural disasters. So August, September, natural disaster intensity. So whether I think it's more intense than the beginning of the year, the February, March energy that I was picking up on, I don't know if it's going to be as intense, but it's going to be more intense than the other months of the year. It's one of the intense months coming up. So cyclone activity, which we call it all different typhoons, cyclones and tornadoes. There's different ways we put those wording. In Australia we call it cyclones. So there is that kind of intense wind energy coming in as well for August, September, was on the cards as well in that natural disaster reading. So still a bit of intensity. I hope everybody out there is safe. I always send blessings. I really tried to downplay it as much as I could to not instill fear in people. I didn't want it to be fear-based, so I really tried to make it as hopeful as possible and guidance there. But there is intensity coming. There's intensity coming over August and September. It's in the planets, it's in the energy around, and it's in the cards. So yeah, just thought I'd let you all know that. So maybe I may not even do redo the August predictions, because there's already enough intensity going on with the natural disasters. Now, I have a new deck in that I'm trialing over the next 6 months. It's a new crime clarifier. So it's like to clarify my investigation oracle, but it is also a standalone deck. I've never used it. I've had it for a week now, but my energy level's been down too low to read crime. So I am hoping to be able to pick the crime deck up today and look at some kind of crime case just to start testing the deck with. Now, it's not a deck that I've been using. I've been using the investigation deck now for years, but this new one, it's brand new. So I don't know if it works. I'm going to find out, and I'm going to read a few cases that I've already read on to see if the cards align to what the investigation deck says. So that's exciting. That's coming this week. I'll get started on that new deck, showing you that one, but it's not going to be available for a long time. It's one that I'll work on for 6 months just to make sure it works, to see if it needs changes, to see if it's actually a working deck, because not all of them are. I've had one deck that I created that didn't work, so you will never see that one released, because I like to make sure that they do work before they go out to everybody else. So that one's the one that's in training at the moment to see if it's going to be a working deck. So yeah, that's what's coming up on the channel this week. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you so much for all your likes, subscribes and comments. Now, that's the other thing with the emails. I do get a lot of emails, a lot of messages, a lot of emails every week. I do my best to get through them. This last 7 days, my energy's been very low, so I haven't actually got through many of my emails or many of my comments this week, and I do apologize. I really do try hard to get through them, even if I can just put a heart on them to let you know that I've read them, if I haven't had the energy to respond to everything. So I do try to get through them, but the last 7 days I've had to really switch off completely just to try and build my energy back up again. So just letting you know that, if you haven't received an email from me, it's because I haven't really gone through my emails so much in the last 7 days. Just trying to build the energy up in a way where I can be strong enough to do some readings, especially the true crime readings. They take a lot of energy. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for likes, subscribes, and comments. I really do appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you to all the new members. Thank you to all the existing members and the existing subscribers. I love you all, and I am so very, very grateful that you continue to come and watch my channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the readings.